hey, I remember seeing a couple other people do this, so I thought I'd jump on and also do it, as the second anniversary patch is about to end in, what, 4 days? So, I thought it'd be cool to just take a quick showcase through my 2-year-old free-to-play account, which has had some pretty insane luck over the past 2 years, if I had to say so myself. And, like, I don't know, it's just been a really wild ride while I've been here. Or while I've been playing this game, because there's a long while where I just couldn't clear any content. But suddenly, I'm here, basically, clearing all forms of content relatively easily, and not for the right reasons. Anyways, let's start. So, we'll start from, like, the first characters I got, but Seela, not amazingly built. I have her, though. When she does get buffs, I'll probably end up building her again, because she's pretty fun. So I think it'd be pretty cool to do there. My first 5-star was unfortunately Bailu, frick you. Ruined everything. My first, like, well-built DPS, if I had to say, was Yanshin. Yanshin, he was the GOAT of early game because of how low investment he could be, and just how good he was. So, or at least early game, before, you know, power creep happened. She was good. And I still think he's still pretty usable today, if not that amazing, but, you know, nobody's ready for that conversation yet. Afterwards, I believe I lost my first 50-50 to another Bailu, because I have E1. Well, E2. I got this Bailu from Standard Banner, I believe. I could be wrong, I don't remember. But, yeah. We lost to Jingyuan, I believe. Or just couldn't get Jingyuan. I wanted Jingyuan really bad, but obviously I don't have him here. So, you know, we got a little unlucky, but we got Silverwolf, who at the time was pretty good. She's gonna be getting buffed soon, which is very awesome. I might start using her again, who knows? But, you know, it's whatever. I forgot what came next. I think it was Blade. Yeah, it was Blade. I skipped Kafka, because, reasons. Blade was carrying me, but that still wasn't enough to get me to, or at least for a little bit, but that still wasn't really enough to get me to quite clearing MOC, because I believe at the time it was still MOC 10. It wasn't until, well, even with Danhan IL, which I believe was my next bull, I still wasn't able to clear. But, come Topaz, and I actually cleared my, that was when I cleared my first MOC. With a really scuffed team. It was freaking, what was it? It was like freaking Topaz, Blade, Asta, and Hua or something. This was the team that cleared MOC for me. And then the other side was your stereotypical early game Danhan IL team, being like Danhan IL, Tinyun, and who the other one was? What was the other one? Was it Pela? No, it couldn't have been Pela. It was, I'm actually blanking here. I don't remember, but I had either a Harmony or Pela as my second unit on Danhan IL. Gee, wait, I wonder if I can check. Start exploring. Do I see? No. So, it might have been Silverwolf. It might have been Silverwolf. Yeah, I'm more inclined to believe it was Silverwolf. Because at the time, I didn't bother with Pela. I didn't even build Pela until freaking Acheron. So, funny little detour. Afterwards, we of course got the free Ratio, and Ratio was awesome with Topaz. I was gonna go for Ratio anyways. Well, I got Run Maya before that too. I somehow got E1. It was like freaking 20 pity or something. I got it, like, yeah, I was pretty lucky. E1 is really freaking good. So I'm pretty happy that I managed to get that. I skipped 2.0. I didn't want Black Swan or Sparkle. And then we have the Acheron. My hack run's a little good. 58.2, 264. E3. I, at the time, won like 12 50-50s in a row, so I was kind of ballin'. These two were at like hard-ish pity, but this one was like super early. I was considering going for E6 on her rerun, but every time she was reran, there was a character I wanted next patch, whether it be Sunday, or in this case, Casterus, but honestly, I'm fine with E2. I think E2 is like the max. I feel like this isn't as, well, it's probably a pretty big increase, but not as big of an increase as you think. She is like the star of my account. She has been carrying me for the whole year, basically. She's the only reason why I'm even able to clear Pure Fiction, or at least was in the past. Because without her, I would not be able to clear it. Because, in case you haven't noticed with my account, I don't have any other Erudition units other than, like, Himiko and her builds. I have 0 AoE, so she was hard carrying, getting like 40k on each side. That's the only reason I can clear Pure Fiction. It's pretty funny. I don't remember who came next. Who was my next pull? I think it was Robin. Robin was my next pull. I really wanted her. I tried... Oh, right. I wanted to try getting Aventurine, but I lost to Japard, I believe. Yeah, but next was Robin. Robin is pretty dang good. I use her like all the time, even if her song can be pretty annoying sometimes. So, fun stuff. Oh right, I lost to Clara. Clara was who I lost to. I wasn't necessarily mad, because it gave me another unit to use who is at the time decent at Pure Fiction. Yeah, she sure wasn't. Ironic that I got Himiko from the free 5-star as she started to fall off from Pure Fiction, and it made me so mad. Because I feel like I barely use her. Maybe I just have the wrong build? I'm not entirely sure. I'll have to look into it or whatever. But yeah. So, then we got Firefly. You know, everybody has a Firefly probably, because she was broken at the time. She's been falling off a lot lately, unfortunately. I recently got some pretty decent pieces for her, which is unfortunate because she's fallen off. Because I wanted to try getting some pieces for Fei Xiao, because I have her on 2-piece instead of 4-piece, but I mean, my 4-piece, or my 2-piece is just really good, so I can't really replace it even if I wanted to. Same with my Topaz. My Topaz is also on 2-piece, for sure. Yeah, my Topaz is also 2-piece. Which is fine for the most part. It just feels wrong not having the full 4-piece, but that's okay. Afterwards, we got Fei Xiao, I believe. Yeah. Fei Xiao, broken, still user. Next. I believe... Yeah, Aventurine was next, but then we got Sunday. Still use him. He's super good. Love this guy. Then we got Lingshan. I got Lingshan like 20 pity, just like doing YOLO 10 pulls on her rerun with the Herta, because I don't really like Herta, to be honest. And honestly, it hasn't really been worth it. I don't see myself using her as much as I thought I would, unfortunately. I do really like her though, but I just don't use her. And then, obviously, we get to Casterus, who is the newest member of the account. And also, I'm going to be using her for a little while, because I got her and her Lycon. Pretty decent build, I'd say. No Eidolons. Acheron and Ranmei are the only limited characters I have Eidolons on. And maybe in the future, I'll end up getting some Blade Eidolons just by accident. I hope not, because that implies they lose to 50-50, but, you know. That's regardless of the point. So yeah, this account has some history. Or has quite the history, and you can kind of see it through the characters that I have. Because basically everybody pulled Seela on her first banner. Because there's nobody else, really. And obviously, people at the time would build Bailu because there was no other healers other than Natasha. Still sucks if she can't freaking cleanse. I hope they buff her to make her cleanse someday. Who knows? And then that's really the entire roster. I, like, kinda want to try building Luca in the future because he looks fun, but obviously he's not the greatest character. But, like, I've seen 4-star showcases of, like, bleed Luca or break Luca, and it seems kind of fun, so I might give it a try sometime. But otherwise, that is, like, the main gist of my account. You can just kind of see the history with it just by looking at the characters that I got. So now, I suppose I'll just do a real quick MLC run to show you just what the heck is going on with this account.
I wonder what that is. Emerge from your cocoon. Existence is unity.
I do have some speed tuning here to get these two to act immediately after the dragon, so I can advance up Casterus to get true damage on her next attack. But apparently it's just better to just explode the dragon immediately against this boss, so we're just gonna be doing that. Okay, yeah, that is very important, so we'll be dealing with that.
In the mood for another beating?
I'll be doing that from now on.
Indulge yourselves!
Bam.
Embrace a new life.
I don't know if it's better to always explode the dragon, or if it's only better for the first one. I'm just gonna assume that's better to always explode, from what I remember seeing. Specifically against this boss, usually I don't explode the dragon. I'm not entirely sure. When I did it how I regularly do, I still 2-cycled it, so I'm not too worried about it, but I'm still not entirely sure the exact strat.
Time to mix things up.
Root here. Embrace a new life.
I believe this changes face. Almost. There we go. Oh, that's so good.
Embrace a new life. May death protect us. Please, as you wish.
How's this taste? Slice like it, my friends. Indulge yourselves!
Yeah, I think this strat is to just always explode against this guy.
Existence is unity. Embrace a new
Good to know for next time. Because that was a whole 1 cycle. Or at least, it's looking like a 1 cycle.
May death protect
Let's not get too ahead of ourselves. Okay, it's a 1 cycle. Good to know. And then we have this side.
Banish your fears.
Quickest I was able to do it was like 2 cycles.
Slow simmer.
Because, and that was with things like constantly going wrong, so you know.
Refusing the totem of season. I'm honored. Since you're already here, why not have a meal before you leave?
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Stacked on them still. I kinda wish they were stacked on these guys. That's okay.
Heard the call. Trinity is before me. This will watch over you, guide you on your path.
Free will, destiny for oblivion. I I reap for the departed. It too shall fall.
Is that?
Watch your head.
Again? No dirty tricks.
I probably should be using this.
The dice have been cast.
Use it on. They're at about equal HP.
Bust.
than you.
Or maybe I'll take it off. Watch your head. Sure, I'll play along.
Have half the world. Your waters of living.
Overcome. Down, farewell.
I reap for the departed. It too shall fall. Another journey begins. Destined for oblivion.
Yeah. The side is a little icy. These guys are like really tanky for some
Why
reason.
not have a meal before you leave? Hedge your bets.
Still waters of oblivion.
See, I could probably save my energy here.
Destined for
Yeah.
oblivion. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Thanks for giving energy to Akron, as she absolutely needs, clearly. I would like to get this one. But I might. Yeah.
It's better to make it time.
Free will or was it fate? Still waters of oblivion.
More. Watch over you. Guide you on your path. Head down, farewell.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall. Destined for oblivion.
The dice have bust.
I didn't realize I had no
Or
shields.
maybe I'll take it off. Watch your head.
Okay. Then we do this. Okay, you give some energy. What's going on?
I'm honored by your... Since you're already here, why not have a meal before you leave?
Trinity is before me.
Another journey. I reap for the departed. It too shall fall.
Hedge your bets.
I need, yikes. Jetro might be dead here, actually. I should have... That's fine. That's fine. Please just give one to Adventuring. Whatever.
More. Watch over you. Guide you on your path.
Yo, global passive!
I weep.
Hey! I'm not gonna complain about a global passive.
It too shall fall.
Sure, I'll play along.
I'm so cooked.
Spend freely. The dice have been cast. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it off.
Thank you, cast series. The Akron is still slowed. Awesome.
For oblivion.
How
Okay,
about letting the enemies
it's fine. And like my runs before this, she was able to 2-cycle pretty easily. But I mean, this was was that 3 cycles? I think it was 3 cycles, unfortunately. It happens. But she can 2-cycle if I just don't get unlucky. At the end there, she was slowed, so I just couldn't get one last ult off. Not really my fault, what can I say? Well, other than not building enough effect res, but you kind of get the gist of it. She's kind of been carrying me for a whole year, so who knows what's gonna happen next. But yeah, those are like my 2 best teams on this account. For all the right and wrong reasons. They've kind of been carrying me through all the other endgames too, because like with Pure Fiction, I'm using Acheron plus Casterus, and they're just kind of getting it all done. I could almost folk through both sides. So, you know, I'm a little bit of a gamer. So that just about does it for my account. As for future spending plans, you see I have 265 saved up right here, because I only spent 80 going into this update when I had like 240 coming in. Those are all being used for Finon. Like, I love that guy. He's super cool. And he is like my most anticipated character right now. So the entirety of next update I'm gonna be skipping, despite it having Herda, which would be super nice for Pure Fiction. And a Goliath, who I also want. But right now, Finon is a Chrysos era I want the most. He's so cool. We're looking to hopefully get him like, I don't know, E2S1. And then like, once his banner is gone, I'll try to get Saber, probably. Unless they decide to release some of his best in slot supports for him. Next update, because I hear that, what's it called? I hear that, Preservation Dawn Hunt's gonna be good for him. And I hear that Saradra is gonna be his best Harmony. So, we'll see, I'll definitely have to do an update on all that jazz. But yeah, that about does it. Will I post more? Probably not. I don't have as much of a skill issue as other content creators to be able to farm content out of it, and I don't think I'm interesting enough as a person to be able to like commentate over things. So, I mean, if anybody wants to see it, whatever. I wouldn't mind. It wouldn't be very interesting because it'd be the same 2 teams over and over again, but you know, at least until Finon comes out, it'll only be the same 2 teams. So, it is what it is. But whatever the case, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this little tour down memory lane of my account.